And welcome back, Reef Squad, to another episode of Tristian's Reef. So as promised, here's an update on the 60-gallon softy tank. Now, as many of you know, when I first set up this tank, I really didn't do much of a cycle. It was new water, brand new rock, and all I did was add some bio balls from my main system to this system in order to help it cycle. And it was probably within about 36 hours that I just started adding in the corals because I just really had to. They weren't doing very well in my main display. So at first the tank did just okay. I didn't really have any bacteria bloom and I didn't have any major issues, but I did run into some issue with corals just not opening up because the water and everything like that was so new. So naturally what I did was try to dirty up the water as soon as possible. And for that, I needed fish. And what better fish to add to a brand new system? Chromies. So I went ahead and added in 10 chromies. Now of the 10, naturally they went through natural selection and I'm down to 8. But these 8 have been holding on real strong. Now, as for the rest of the corals, everything did fine. Actually, all of my Euphyllia opened up, all of the torches opened up. I have some amazing interstellar mushrooms that have just been breeding like crazy. And hopefully we'll have some of these up for sale soon on the TRSC website. As far as Euphyllia, these really exploded. And I found that one of the secrets to these guys was actually keeping your alkalinity around 7 to 8 and your magnesium pretty high because this tank goes through a lot of magnesium. Overall, the lighting on this system has pretty much remained the same. It's just a Radion with 4 T5 bulbs, and I've switched all those bulbs over to the ATI Blue Plus, and I run pretty much the same exact system and lighting schedule as my main display. So another thing that I've noticed with this particular tank is that it really loves dirty water. At first, when the water was clean, things didn't really open up, but as soon as the water got kind of dirty and I started growing algae all over the place, everything really started to open up. And you know, it just goes to show that you really don't need much of a very complicated system at all in order to make a great LPS or softy tank. And so far, this tank has done nothing but amaze me. As far as filtration is concerned, I really haven't done anything. Actually, looking at the filtration on this system makes me wonder why I spent so much money on the filtration for my main display to begin with. Because honestly, all I have is a skimmer, a filter shock, and a bag of carbon. That's it. There's nothing special in this tank. I don't dose anything. All I do is a water change using water from my display every other week when I do a water change on my display. Pump lighting, all that stuff has pretty much just remained the same. I'm using G-Bio pumps, and as you guys can see, those are the Max Spec Nanotech bio balls in there, and that's all that's really filtering this tank. My parameters are pretty stable. My nitrates are a little bit elevated, so are my phosphates, but as far as calcium and alkalinity, they stay pretty stable for long periods of time, with magnesium being the only one that tanks if I don't add some in every week or so. But other than that, the tank is doing pretty simple and pretty great. So what's next for this system? Well, I kind of want to reclaim some of this sand bed space. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to go ahead and remove that main front pillar and kind of reclaim a lot of the sand bed that I lost when I placed that one in there. That main pillar is actually going to make it into my main display, where it's going to become a great pedestal to put some awesome SPS. Other than that, the system's just going to keep trucking right along. I hope to have the entire thing completely filled up with Euphyllia, softies, LPS, and whatever else that just doesn't seem to want to do really well in my main display. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today and taking a look at an update on the 60-gallon. Do be sure to check back in. I do have a big update coming for the 350-gallon, and I hope that you guys will take a look at that. So let me know what you guys think about the 60-gallon. Please like and subscribe if you like what I do. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.